what you can. We hear that this plane was attempting an emergency landing. Is that right?
That's what it sounds like. Just before 5 p.m. Tonight, we received a call of a plane crash on the highway here. From witnesses on the scene, all accounts are that this plane had lost power and was attempting to land on Highway 97 here. Unfortunately, it clipped a semi-truck, trailer to the semi-truck, and then lost control, landing on the highway and then into a telephone pole.
What about the truck?
The truck driver was fine. There's slight damage to the trailer of the semi-truck, but other than that, no major damage to the truck itself.
So the major impact was, I guess, with this power pole?
That's correct, yes.
And then there was a fire, but the pilot?
Yeah, he was a single occupant. I believe he was about a 45-year-old male out of Surrey with temporary residence in Soyuz. He was on board alone and was able to get out of the plane, however did suffer, appears to be second and third degree burns.
Oh, do you know where he was taken?
He was originally taken to Oliver Hospital, and our understanding is he is being airlifted either to Kelowna or Vancouver. They weren't sure at the time.
Do you have any idea what the initial difficulty was with the plane that forced him to lose power?
We don't have that indication at this time. There's still lots to investigate. All we know is the pilot did tell a witness that he'd simply lost power.
So who's the lead agency investigating this now? Is it yours or the Transportation Safety Board?
Well, Transportation Safety Board will take over. We are doing the initial investigation. We have our analyst on scene to survey the area, survey the plane, and we'll basically turn everything over to TSB, and they will do a further investigation from there.
Were there other vehicles that were anywhere near it? I mean, obviously it was frightening for the driver of that truck. Were there other vehicles that were nearly hit?
My understanding is there was another car that witnessed it. How close the plane came to him, I really don't know at this time.
How fortunate is that the pilot escaped that? You just look at the burnt out wreckage there?
Well, it's very fortunate that he's alive, that's for sure. He does have significant injuries, and we can just pray that he's going to be okay in the end.
Do you know what the nature of his injuries?
Second and third degree burns is what we know at this time.
Over the majority of his body?
Over the majority of his body, yes.
Where does your investigation go from here?
Well, from here, it's again, everything that we do gets turned over to TSB, and hopefully they can make a determination as to why the plane stalled, or if that's what happened, and what can be done in the future to help prevent something like this.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
I didn't get the beginning of it. Can I ask a couple of questions?
You bet.
For what's your name?
Corporal Jason Beta.
Jason, can you spell your first name and your last name for me?
JASON BAYDA.
Just if you can briefly give me a description of kind of what, paint me a scenario of what happened here 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it was at just before 5 p.m. Our officer received a call of a plane crash on Highway 97 here. Our officers and the fire department arrived on scene. The small plane, as you can see in the background, was on the ground against a telephone pole. Indication is that this plane had lost power. It appears to have attempted to make a landing on the highway. In doing so, his wing struck a trailer of a semi-truck that was traveling northbound on the highway. Further lost control, landed on the road, and then into the power pole and burst into flames.
It doesn't look like anyone could have walked away from that right now, but tell me what happened.
Prior to any one of us arriving on scene, the pilot did get out of the aircraft himself. He has suffered what appears to be second and third degree burns. He was talking and conscious when we arrived on scene, so at this point we consider him very fortunate.
And you said he's on his way to the Kelowna General,
or? He went to Oliver and he was airlifted. We're not sure whether it was to Kelowna or Vancouver. That was